Last week, one of the biggest fitness coaches in Israel put up a billboard that said, "Being fat, is it a choice?" And as expected, people lost their minds. Because nowadays, most people are overweight. And hearing that kind of statement makes them defensive. But let's talk about what's actually on the billboard. Is being fat really a choice? The billboard was intentionally placed in the center of Israel, where hundreds of thousands of people could see it by driving by. And yeah, I know the translation sounds a bit off in English, but I'm translating it word for word. People got really angry at this guy because body positivity has taken over our society. And Israelis, both on the right and the left, are extremely sensitive, especially about things related to body image, feminism, and identity politics. They think that even asking the question means you hate fat people. You want to give young women eating disorders, you're shaming people, you're quote unquote blaming the victim, but that's not really what the question is asking. Here's the truth. Being fat doesn't mean you're stupid, it doesn't mean you're lazy, it doesn't mean you have no self-worth. It's simply the outcome of thousands of decisions over the years. You chose to eat low quality, high calorie foods. You chose to not prioritize sleep. You chose to avoid moving your body. And with that, you chose to ignore your overall health. And those choices, stacked over time, lead to weight gain. But instead of taking that in a bad way, you should take that as good news. What this means is that you have the power to change it. Yes, some people have certain conditions that make things harder. Hormone issues, thyroid problems, certain medical conditions. Some people feel hungrier, some people burn fewer calories, some people have slower metabolisms. But still, at the end of the day, if you consistently make choices that put you into a calorie deficit, you're gonna lose weight. It's physics. It's the law of thermodynamics. The problem isn't just that people are overweight. The problem is that people have been lied to. They've been told that they're powerless, that nothing they do is their fault. They've been told that there's nothing that they can do. But the truth is, if you make the choice, you can make the change. That's not to say that it's gonna be easy, but it's definitely doable. I know because I lived it. I used to make terrible decisions for my health. Eating chocolate croissants every day from the local bakery, sitting on my ass playing FIFA all day. I remember what it's like to get teased for how my body looked. Nothing changed until I took responsibility. I told myself the only way out is to change my daily habits. It was a mental transformation just as much as it was a physical one. Look, it's obviously not a choice to be born into certain circumstances. But for most people, once they're made aware and capable, it is a choice to stay overweight. If you have the choice, that means you have agency. If you have agency over your body, you should have hope. And if you have the hope, you can make a transformation. You're only a few lifestyle changes away from living a completely different life. You choose your habits shape your body, and your body shapes your future. If you want help making that change, click the link below to apply for one-on-one fitness coaching. Follow me on all my social medias, and I will see you in the next video.